Charlie Kirk is like the Stephen that sets it off. You remember in the early church, Stephen, he went forth, and then when he started speaking, they stoned him. And then that ended up lighting a fire. That ended up lighting a fire. He's like that Stephen. But I want you to also recognize from the book of Acts that Stephen wasn't the only one that they came after. Nuh-uh. They came after others. The early Christians were scattered. Of course, they came after them. Herod imprisoned some Christians. Yes, he did. When you take a look, eventually they came after Peter. They came after Paul. James was beheaded by Herod. They came after others. Charlie's not the first, and he won't be the last. But he did kick something off. All right? And with each notch of each one they go after, it's going to kick a new level off. It's going to kick a new level off. Hear what I say. I'm not saying anything's going to happen this year, not next year. I'm not saying none of that. But it is developing in a trend, because what happened is with this, with those, it either did one of two things. It made you feel high empathy, compassion, sadness, more tenderness, want to spread the word of God more, or it made you more numb. Oh, they did it? I could do it too. They did that? Oh yeah. And it made it more numb. So it's flowing in that direction with the atmosphere. And you have to understand that he's not the only one. And it makes me mad. It honestly, I have to laugh to keep myself from, speaking in an angry tone on here. But it's all for the glory of God. But I want you to notice something. When you go to Acts chapter 8, verse 1, while Saul, who would be known as Paul, he was looking over, Stephen's death. I want you to notice something. All the believers were scattered except the apostles. Except the apostles. What does this show me? This shows me that even though all believers were scattered by the will of God, they were going, to preach the gospel. Of course, fear gripped them, but they were going to preach the gospel and all of that, except the apostles. When things like this happens, those that have true apostolic authority, not just simply apostles, modern apostles, but true apostolic authority and even prophetic, they won't be scattered. They're going to stay right here and get even louder and get even louder. So in the coming days, weeks, and months, you're going to see those that have true apostolic authority, whom God is raising up. All believers were scattered except the apostles, because apostles won't be moved by fear. Think about that, all right? Not bashing the believers that were scattered, because God used them, but there's something about that apostolic authority. Keep that